Microsoft recently announced a new version of Bing that is going to be powered by AI. What exactly does this mean? How is the new Bing better from the old Bing? And what this means in terms of the search engine business. So let's talk about it. So if you're new around here, my name is Rayyan Siddiqui. I work at Microsoft. And on Monday, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella made an announcement that a new version of Bing, Microsoft's search engine, is going to be made public to the world that is going to be integrated by AI. So in order to understand this fully, let's backtrack. So ChatGPT got launched. The whole world went nuts on its capabilities, how it can interact as a human. You can have conversation with it. It can interact ideas and so much more. If you're living under a rock and still don't know what ChatGPT is, I have a full ChatGPT series. I'll link it down in the description below that you guys can check it out and to understand what ChatGPT is. So basically what happened, ChatGPT got launched, and one interesting phenomenon started to happen was that Google search. Now, you all may know, I'll show a graph on the screen. So the search industry, how people look for information, is like dominated by Google for many years. Like Microsoft has, I think, about a 3% market share of the whole industry. And Google is just like 95 or 90 plus or something like that. Now, what basically happened is ChatGPT, people started using ChatGPT, and for a lot of stuff, it started replacing your regular Google searches. Now, this is a case, for example, for me personally. After ChatGPT was launched, like my Google usage went I would say halved, dropped 50%. Because most of my searches are related to programming stuff. So I'm maybe looking for stuff on Stack Overflow and so on. So I'll type it into Google and so on. Now I don't do that anymore. An answer to a question, I just ask ChatGPT and it just gives me an explanation in whatever format I want. I can tell it, explain this to me in short words, explain this to me in full detail and so on. And it'll adapt its responses based on my input. So this is the case for me. A lot of my searches now are through ChatGPT. Not necessarily searches, but questions that I have are answered through ChatGPT rather than Google. So what happened was Microsoft made this massive investment into OpenAI, the company that developed ChatGPT. And now what Microsoft is doing is that they're combining ChatGPT, its capabilities, this GPT model, and Microsoft Bing, Microsoft's existing search engine together, and making this huge AI. I'll show you the official article on the screen, this AI-powered search engine. And I think the way they tagline it is your co-pilot for the web. So what exactly is this? This is essentially ChatGPT inside a search engine. Basically, I mean, that's all that it is. If you think, there's 3 ways we're going to tackle this actually. First, we'll talk about the existing Bing. I honestly still don't know why people use Bing, or at least the old Bing. Now, I like Bing, not gonna lie, but Google is, their user experience is just so much simple. In that it's just so easy to use Google. Bing, you open Bing and there's it's more than a news app than more of a search engine. You open the homepage of Bing, there's 20 different news articles going around, and then there's this tiny area to make your search query. Whereas Google, you open Google, it's just an empty blank page and then just a search bar in the center. So the user experience of Google is way high level compared to the old Bing. But now what they're doing is that now they're integrating ChatGPT inside Bing. So any questions that say I have programming questions, I would ask ChatGPT. I can just ask it in this new version of Bing. And it has both capabilities. It has the capability of searching all the web pages in the world. It also has this capability of generating responses. And when you combine the two, you can do a lot of good stuff, which Microsoft are claiming that you can do with this. For example, you're planning a trip. You ask ChatGPT hey, I want to plan a vacation to this place. What are some of the things that I need to be cautious of? Or I want to throw a birthday party for a 9-year-old. Give me some ideas. So now instead of ChatGPT just generating some ideas, with this new Bing integration, it would also link you to resources. Okay, one idea is that you can throw an outdoor party. Here are some links to some of the stuff you can buy and so on. It would just enhance your search experience all in all. What exactly this means for the search industry, I'll make another video on this separately, how this new Microsoft Bing is going to rival with Google, or if it can even rival, because Google is a giant. They've been ruling the search industry for almost a decade. I mean, I think more than a decade now. Their core primitive is search. That's their specialty. So I'll make another full long detailed video on exactly what this rivalry now will look like with this new AI powered Bing. Google also announced their new AI powered chatbot as well, Bard, I think they call it. I'll make a separate video on that as well. But in this video, I just wanted to talk about this new AI powered Microsoft Bing that they announced, which is about ChatGPT, essentially all that capabilities of text generation and a regular search and sorting algorithm. You combine those two and you can do amazing things. I'll link down all the links down in the description below. Let me know what you guys thought of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, that's about it for this one.